You look at your phone. The battery is full. The screen is bright. The map loads instantly. But the blue dot is wrong. It says you are miles away from your own street. At first, it feels like a harmless glitch. The app reroutes you down a road you have never seen before. A delivery driver circles the same block 3 times. A ride-share car stops 2 streets away and insists it has arrived. Then the problem spreads beyond the screen. A 911 dispatcher receives an emergency call, but the location does not match the caller's voice. The ambulance is sent in the right direction, then the wrong one. Seconds become minutes. Minutes begin to matter. The problem is not that GPS has gone silent. The problem is worse. GPS is still speaking, but today it is lying. Most people think GPS is a map. It is not. GPS is one of the invisible clocks of modern civilization. Every satellite carries an atomic clock. Every signal sent from space contains time. Your phone uses those tiny differences in timing to calculate where you are. But that same timing does much more than move a blue dot across a screen. It helps synchronize cell towers. It helps timestamp financial transactions. It helps coordinate power grids. It helps ports track ships, planes follow routes, and emergency systems know where help is supposed to go. Modern life does not just need to know where things are. It needs to know exactly when things happen. And when the clock begins to drift, the damage does not arrive all at once. It arrives quietly. Within the first hour, the mistakes look small. Maps place people on the wrong side of town. Delivery routes become unreliable. Trucks miss warehouse entrances. Drivers blame the app, then the phone, then the network. Some systems notice the error and switch to backups. Others do not. Some keep running normally for a while. Others begin producing data that looks correct but is not. That is what makes the failure dangerous. A system that stops working is obvious. A system that gives the wrong answer is harder to see. By midday, the problem reaches the networks. Cell towers depend on precise timing to hand calls from one tower to another. When synchronization drifts, calls drop in strange places. Internet connections slow down. Messages arrive late, then out of order. People still have signal, but the signal can no longer be trusted. In offices, video calls freeze. In hospitals, staff members refresh screens that will not update properly. In warehouses, scanners and inventory systems disagree about where goods are supposed to be. No single failure feels like the end of the world. That is the point. Modern systems do not always collapse like buildings. Sometimes they lose trust one layer at a time. Then finance begins to feel it. Banks and markets do not only move money. They record time. Every trade, every transfer, every payment depends on a timestamp. The order matters. The sequence matters. In a world where millions of transactions happen in fractions of a second, time is not background information. Time is part of the transaction. When timestamps become uncertain, machines hesitate. Some payments fail. Some transfers are flagged. Some systems pause rather than risk accepting records they cannot verify. At a grocery store, a cashier swipes a card again. Then again, the customer checks their banking app, but the balance will not refresh. A line forms behind them. Nobody knows whether the problem is the card, the bank, the store, or something larger. That uncertainty spreads faster than the failure itself. By afternoon, ports and logistics begin to slow. Cargo ships are not lost in the middle of the ocean. Pilots and captains have backup systems, charts, radar, and human experience. But ports run on precision. Cranes need schedules. Containers need tracking. Trucks need gates. Warehouses need arrival times. A modern supply chain is not just goods moving from place to place. It is timing, layered on timing, layered on timing. When location data becomes unreliable, ships wait longer outside harbors. Trucks queue at the wrong docks. Containers are scanned, but the system is no longer fully certain where they belong. A shipment of medicine misses its transfer window. A supermarket distribution center delays outbound trucks. A factory that expected one part by evening begins preparing to stop a production line by morning. Nothing has disappeared, but the rhythm is broken. By the end of the first day, the power grid is watching carefully. Electrical grids are vast synchronized machines. Generators, substations, control centers, and monitoring devices all depend on timing to understand what is happening across the system. GPS is not the only source of that timing, and engineers have backups. But backups are not magic. They must be activated, checked, coordinated, and trusted. If timing data is wrong in one place, it can make the grid look healthier than it is, or more unstable than it really is. Operators have to decide what to believe while the system keeps moving beneath them. In one control room, an engineer compares clocks. In another, alarms come in that do not quite line up. The danger is not immediate darkness everywhere. The danger is confusion inside systems that were built to depend on precision. Airports feel the same uncertainty. Planes do not simply fall from the sky because GPS becomes unreliable. Aviation has layers of navigation, radar, procedures, and trained people. But modern aviation is built around coordination, flight paths, ground traffic, weather data, arrival spacing, maintenance logs, cargo timing, crew schedules. When a trusted timing layer becomes suspect, caution takes over. Flights are delayed, some routes are rerouted, some departures are held on the tarmac, while systems are checked and cross-checked. Inside the terminal, passengers stare at screens that keep changing. A mother tells her child the plane will leave soon, but no one behind the counter wants to promise a time anymore. Emergency services become the most human part of the failure. A police car is shown one location. The caller describes another. An ambulance driver reaches the right neighborhood but the wrong entrance. A fire crew loses minutes confirming an address that should have appeared instantly on a screen. For decades, the promise of digital systems was speed. Find the person faster. Route the vehicle faster. Send help faster. But speed depends on trust. And today, every screen needs a second opinion. After 24 hours, people begin to adapt. Drivers look at street signs again. Dispatchers ask more questions. Pilots rely more heavily on backup systems. Engineers isolate bad data. Banks slow down processes that were designed to be instant. The world does not end. That may be the most frightening part, because the lesson is not that civilization is fragile because everything fails at once. The lesson is that civilization is fragile because so much of it depends on invisible agreements. The agreement that a timestamp is correct. The agreement that a location is real. The agreement that a signal from space can be trusted by a bank, a phone, a port, a hospital, and a power grid at the same time. GPS works so quietly that we forget it is there. It became part of the background of modern life, like electricity in the walls or water in the pipes. We see the blue dot and think it is showing us where we are. But behind that dot is a hidden architecture of satellites, clocks, signals, receivers, control stations, engineers, and systems that use time as the foundation for trust. The real danger is not getting lost on the way home. It is discovering that the modern world is full of machines asking the same question. What time is it? And for one day, the answer was wrong. When the blue dot finally returns to the right street, most people will move on. They will open their maps, tap their destinations, pay with their cards, board their flights, and call it normal again. But normal is not simple. Normal is a satellite whispering time from space. Normal is a bank believing that whisper. Normal is a power grid, a cell tower, a ship, an ambulance, and a grocery store all moving to the rhythm of a clock almost nobody can see. The next time your phone tells you exactly where you are, remember what it is really showing you. Not just your location. The invisible timing system holding modern civilization together.